let's talk about BABYMONSTER. In my last video, I asked if you guys would like to see a video like this one, and since many of you said yes, there it is. So BABYMONSTER is a group that I have talked about before as a vocal snub myself, more than a few times already, which makes sense since to YG, BABYMONSTER is quite clearly supposed to be a more vocal-oriented group. Pharita even has said in one of the interviews that with the members' longer training period, their vocal skills make them stand out. To me personally, a statement like this hasn't appeared randomly out of nowhere. Has YG noticed the decline in K-pop vocal standard over the years, so they decided to come up with a group that could cater to fans so desperate for stronger vocals in K-pop? I don't know, it's just a thought. Anyway, since the beginning, I have been a little conflicted about BABYMONSTER. I recognize the members' skills, as well as their tremendous potential, the variety of tones. Undoubtedly, BABYMONSTER brings something refreshing and exciting to the scene, yet somehow reminiscent of third and second generation of K-pop. On the other hand, they lacks in vocal technique, less than ideal utilization of the members, and the general scale of blind praise BABYMONSTER receives shouldn't be ignored either, in my opinion. However, I've always thought that this group shines the most in a live setting, and especially I've waited for BABYMONSTER to go on tour. So the tour is currently happening. Let's discuss a few things. My plan for this video is to start with what makes this tour great in my opinion, more collectively speaking, and then focus on the members individually for a little bit. I hope it sounds good to you. The first thing I'll say is that these girls perform like they've been doing this for much longer than they actually have. No matter whether coming from a big company or not, I typically wouldn't expect a newer group to be able to perform like that, to exude this much competence and experience. The sheer quality of singing and dancing is one thing, but the way the members carry themselves on stage is what sort of strikes me. Despite the potential weight of BABYMONSTER's predecessors carried on their backs, the show doesn't feel rigid or over-rehearsed because the girls somehow make it seem very natural and casual, which is a huge accomplishment in my opinion. The toned-down stage production, at least for YG standards, pushes the members' skills, charisma, and personality to the forefront, which was definitely the correct way to go. Second thing, live vocals are the bread and butter of this show, the kind of confident live vocals that are not drowned in the backing track that often becomes the main track. To be specific, a lot of the times there is no backing track at all, and when there is, it is mostly just a hint, or it gets louder in certain parts only, like when there is a lot of falsetto. I've said it before, but one of my favorite moments has to be Rora leaving the stage for a bit due to a technical difficulty, and the silence when she's not there to sing her part simply tells you that you were listening to live vocals only. You can even sometimes notice the members go a little easy on the choreography to prioritize singing. If you think that I may be a bit too thrilled about all this, sure, maybe. But from a perspective of fans, of K-pop fans who have been craving real, honest, straightforward, unedited singing, this is as exciting as it is refreshing. Vocally, another thing to look forward to on this tour: new live ad-libs and improvised melodies. While the members have previously experimented with fun note changes here and there, I thought that this tour could bring us even more of them. Luckily, I wasn't wrong. This is great news for at least two reasons. Firstly, live ad-libs and changes like these can of course prove vocal skill. But secondly, and probably even more importantly, they help to enhance the performance, making it a more special experience and its own unique thing, separate from the studio version of a song that you could listen to at any time. In general, YG's groups are at their best when they're bold. They need to have a certain aura, charisma, and personality. I believe BABYMONSTER delivers just that, while also arguably going a few more steps forward skill-wise. That is only the beginning of their career and their first world tour as well. Please excuse me for focusing on the vocal line more, since rap simply isn't what I feel qualified to talk about besides my personal feelings. Even though I cannot analyze rappers on a technical level, I'd like to add that I greatly appreciate the amount of energy both these talented young ladies deliver on stage. I find it absolutely captivating how Ruka is able to hype the crowd. Asa, on the other hand, I think BABYMONSTER is a group made for her, and YG Entertainment may be just the right company for her to shine now and in the future. Mark my words, I believe that her stage presence and charisma are gonna be hard to match in this generation. Well, Julie, you have competition now. Chiquita brings a ton of youthful energy to the group. I personally enjoy her vibrant, animated nature on stage. Chiquita has a voice that is bright with a lot of neutral tones to it, which gives her a lot of versatility. I've been impressed by her confident, mature interpretation of Traitor by Olivia Rodrigo. I like how she commits to the song's message and isn't afraid to express emotion. Purely vocally speaking, her intonation is solid, the dynamics control is promising, yet it is noticeable that Chiquita's mix register needs work as her belts lack proper depth and good support, quickly becoming overly nasal and thin. However, being the age she is, Chiquita's got all the time she needs to improve. Pharita balances out the group's energy with her elegant, sometimes even flirtatious softness, which makes her an absolutely irreplaceable part of BABYMONSTER. Her sweet yet sharp and super bright voice helps her stand out. Her tone to me is sort of like a mix of Park Bom and Rosé. What other people say is far from an easy song to sing, but Pharita, calm and focused, tackles the challenge with little to no backing track. Pharita's high voice, along with a nasally, twangy placement, allows her to reach higher mixed belts with relative ease. While her belting is stronger than Chiquita's for sure, these belts still lack a little depth and power. There is raised larynx and tension which make the sound tight and pinched. I would love to hear more of her lower range and falsetto life. My personal bias, Rora, I believe is really coming out of her shell on this tour. She's always had good stage presence in my opinion, but this time around it seems like she's really letting go, which is wonderful to see. Rora's voice is not one you would typically expect from a YG idol. It's not as bright and it's warm in tone. Yes, I still do believe that so far producers have not been able to utilize it properly, for the most part at least. I personally love Rora's voice, and I would appreciate if there were more voices like hers in K-pop. Vocally, Rora's strength lies in her lower register, rolling vibrato, and healthy mid-belts.
Somebody to know, somebody to have. I don't take me tonight for a night to get me cleared up. Tonight for a night to get me cleared up.
Also, even when not feeling her best or stepping out of her comfort zone range-wise, she still tries to stick to her technique and perform as healthily as she can in the moment. Sadly, these qualities are not commonly appreciated and recognized among most K-pop fans, but you've heard me say this before. She is the second best vocalist of this group. Rami, the vocal star of BABYMONSTER, has been only solidifying her position in the group. The consistency, the use of upper register, the vocal runs, I knew I could expect that from her. But to my personal delight, Rami has also been exploring more creativity with her ad-libs, which I can sense we can hope to hear even more of. She also shines in her solo performance. This very relaxed presence combined with precise vocal delivery immediately makes Rami seem like a fully fledged, grown-up, competent vocalist. For any K-pop fan who's interested in vocals, Rami is someone you should keep an eye or ear on. So I saved Ahyeon for last simply because my thoughts, well, are complicated and conflicted. First of all, I think passion should be praised. I think that people who enjoy what they do can be extremely charismatic, but I also believe in balance and control. Ahyeon hardly ever is able to strike the perfect balance with her stage presence. She has two ways of performing. First one, where it seems like she's about to explode or fly off the stage, and the second one, where she seems like she's out of will to do any of this shit. So you have two opposite sides of the spectrum with little to nothing in between. The problem is that something in between is the right way to go. On the vocal side, hitting high notes can absolutely be impressive, but not when it sounds the way struggle feels. Ahyeon has the range, but her lacks in technique are obvious. Her skill set can be effective, but it is far from well developed or refined. To me, giving Ahyeon the position of a main vocalist also proves the misguided mindset of YG when it comes to what good singing is. When it comes to new or newer groups, instead of jumping to conclusions and showering them with unrealistic praise, I prefer to give them time and space to grow while observing patiently and forming my own opinions. And that's the same case with BABYMONSTER. However, considering what we've seen and heard from the group so far on this tour, I know I will be keeping up with what they're gonna deliver on their next concerts. Honestly, I can't wait. I may be a little lukewarm about their music so far, but the heat they bring to the stage live sure does ignite interest and excitement. And yes, you guessed it, that's all I have for you guys in this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Please let me know what you think about all of this. I will see you in my next one. Thank you for watching. For now, bye guys. Baby got passion, ambition. Oh.